All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and for this election week, we're reviewing The Forever Purge, a movie that feels way too close to home. When did this movie come out, fellas? This movie came out
2020. Oh,
2021. Yeah, July 2nd, 2021. It's been three and a half long years, and nothing's changed. That's crazy.
What's crazy is because this movie was obviously made, I feel, to like talk about that time.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's so prevalent even more today.
Even more prevalent today.
Yeah.
Even more this week, dude.
So one thing that I don't know if we're going right into spoilers or not, but one thing.
We're going directly into spoilers. We ain't got time for this bullshit. Run it.
Okay. Real quick, this is not spoilers though, but we will get into spoilers. I literally though, when I seen it, I was like, is that Namor?
Dude, so did I!
Yeah, we all
I
did.
seen it first. I was like, and you know what's funny? Because I'm watching the movie and I was like, I feel like I had realized that I'd seen him in this movie before.
Yeah.
But when I watched it, I was like, what the fuck?
You know what?
Yeah.
I said the same thing, and then I went, oh, James said that during the Black Panther 2 review. James 100% said that.
Yeah. But I got too, because I was like, because I thought I knew that, but when it happened again, I was just like, huh?
Yeah, because I was like, there can only be one Mexican I know.
Dude,
You're right.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Because look, my wife,
My life.
she loves her a brown man. I'm a brown man through and through. I may present a little white, but I'm brown as shit, okay?
Yeah.
You know, she's not racist. She's not racist. She really isn't.
Okay.
But there is some times where she just doesn't know. And that's fine. Not everybody notices stuff. Especially when you
don't
are
know till you know.
When you are lily white. You are a white woman from the South. You just don't know sometimes. So the movie starts and we see Namor walking up and I go, that's really awesome that they have a leading man who's a darker skinned man like that. Because he's the hero of the story, and that motherfucker is dark. You know what I mean?
He's dark.
He is dork, and he's a fucking badass. Him and his girl are out there just And so I say, go ahead.
Normally, real quick, the side dude, the number 2 guy, would be the lead. Because he looks Spaniard, or he doesn't even look Hispanic.
He's white presenting. Yep.
Yeah.
So I say that all out. I go, that's fucking awesome that a Mexican man who's that dark, who's truly from the motherland, who has no Spaniard blood in him at all. I love that because you never see that. And she goes, what? And I'm like, bro, don't contest me here because I know what I'm talking about. She goes, I just don't get it. I'm like, in any other movie, that guy would have been the most white-looking brown man they could find. Hands down. Because that's who
they do it in Mexico, dude. But they
do it everywhere. Colorism is a thing in every single.
No, they would be swapped though. Those 2 guys, 100% would be 100%. Swapped.
Yep.
Because he's expendable.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I had to walk her through that. Like, I'm not like everybody feels that way. It's a thing that everybody experiences in all cultures and all environments. Everybody is like that, where colorism exists. And I had to walk her through that. Like, it's so refreshing to see a man of his color be the hero. It's like watching Tenet and the main hero is a black man. You don't like, it's rad. It's so fucking cool. Like the inclusion of it is so cool. And I had to walk her through like, I'm not calling you racist, but like there are just some times where you just say something and don't understand what's wrong with it. And like I'm here to deprogram that from you and teach you how to not look at it, how to look at it from a brown man's perspective and not a white woman's perspective, you know? But it's just interesting that
I was also happy about the woman, like his wife, Ana de la Reguera. She's also straight out of Mexico, dude.
Yeah.
She was
also like a
go ahead.
Badass.
Straight badass. Yeah. The way she picked up that gun and the dude was like,
I was like,
what the
instantly. Instantly, dude.
He knew too. He was like, "Oh, she done some shit in the past." But yeah, it's so cool. Like 2 straight badasses.
Instantly, they're like, "Oh, she's probably an ex-cartel." But then she did the whole, "No, I was the woman that were saving people from the cartel." I was like,
she dropped that line, and I was like, "I want to see that though." An all-female fighting force destroying the cartel from the inside. That's hot.
And like that's why too, like because you guys haven't seen this movie. I seen it when it first came out, and I kind of talked about it, but and I hadn't really like pushed for it, but like that's why when it came up, I was like, where like the Hispanics, especially like this is specifically Mexicans, and then the native people are like the heroes,
bro.
And so the first scene, the farm scene.
Go ahead, keep going, James, because we're gonna dive into what Eric and I were talking about.
So the farm scene is normally, you know, lack of better terms, I don't know if this is okay or not, but the white savior thing happens, right?
Yep.
Like in most films, that's kind of the moment the white savior comes in to save people or whatever. But this was two Mexican men.
That brown savior, bro. We're running that shit. We're doing it.
And then you just know too, where it's just like, oh, okay. And then especially to have what's his actual name? It's like it's real Hispanic, like
Tanoch? Puerta.
Yeah, but the way he's written as like a very good man.
He's
like,
such a good man, bro.
Yeah.
They don't make him like flawed just to be the hero. Like they allow him to be just a good man, and which is kind of awesome.
Dude, even Will Patton was like, "This guy's my boy, dude."
Yeah.
Surprisingly,
he starts off as a dick. Oh no,
no. Will doesn't. Luckily, luckily
Will understands. I was thinking of Josh Josh Lucas.
Yeah, now Josh Lucas, I do love that they were setting him up to at any point turn on them. And I was like, is this dude gonna be a bad dude? And then they have that conversation in the car, and he's like, well, I don't really understand your people, and maybe we should just be separate. Meanwhile, his sister's like, damn, bro, I'm looking for a little tamale, you know what I'm saying, bro?
What's interesting too is like the wording of the words he uses, which I think are very interesting, because it's a thing where it's like he's not necessarily racist, but like the words he uses, where he's like it's also not good either, where you're like, well, let's just all be separate. Let's just not all come together, because then what happens is when you do see people of color with your people, it bothers you. So it's still like a form of racism. But in his mind, he's just like, no, like I have no problem. You guys could be here, do your work, stay in your lane, I stay in mine. But it also
he was
still
so wild for
divisions.
saying like, hey, I don't get your culture. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but also like, what do you mean you don't get my culture? Being a good fucking cowboy, dude. Like, what the fuck don't you get, dog? Because I smoked your ass twice back there in the being a man category. You should probably catch the fuck up.
Man was hurt the whole movie, dude. Bro. Bad day to get kicked in the chest.
It was so funny too. So we were watching it, and I'm like, what is this fucking guy doing? And Alex like, well, clearly he's trying to tame the horse. I was like, no, I get it, but he's about to get his ass kicked in the head. 2 seconds later, he gets got, and I'm like, I told you, I could see it on him.
Yeah.
I ain't never tamed a horse, but I could see he was doing it the wrong way.
He ain't no cowboy.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
You better go into the office.
Juan came in, made that horse go to sleep.
Yeah.
Spanish lullaby, dude. That was it, dude.
Oh, we got the horse whisperer.
Really though.
For real though.
He hit him with the, I got a guy who could do the job. All right.
But they also didn't make it crazy. They didn't have him like jump on his back all crazy.
And like tame him like this and shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the budget.
Hell
He
no.
would have done that if the budget was bigger.
Hey, if we're talking about a budget, there wasn't a lot in this budget, okay? Because they used the same fire effect about 1 billion times, and it was bad every fucking time. It was bad.
It kind of looks like a TV show. Like it has some
100%.
issues. But they also were doing the TV show, I think, around this time. Yeah. So they were like, which is interesting too, because I've seen the TV show, and apparently the thing they were set up in the TV show is actually going to be the next movie, because this was supposed to be the last Purge, and they were supposed to just do the TV show. Yeah. But the TV show got canceled, so now they're taking that stuff, and they're bringing back the main guy from the other Purges.
Crossbones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I'm like, I feel like they should have kept our peoples in there. Is it
going to be a different country? Or
no.
Yes. So the premise of the show when it ends is taking the Purge globally. Like,
the NFFA are like setting up the purges in other countries? White predominant countries, I'm assuming?
For sure. I mean,
Mexico and Canada, dude. Come on, dude. They're supposed to be safe lands.
Yeah, they are the safe havens.
I think it'd be
white
like
people are supposed to be the new immigrants.
They are. They're gonna be. You saw the way they were looking at them whites at the end of this movie.
That was cool too, though, where they shut the border down.
Yeah.
When they did a reverse border, I was like, look.
Yeah. I was like, this shit's hot.
I'm so glad though that it's like Mexico was the one who shut down the borders instead of Canada, because we would just go to Canada. We ain't going to Mexico. So like, if they shut their shit down there, fine. Don't care because I'm going up. I ain't going down.
Yeah, well, they were screwed though because aren't they in like California or
they were in Texas? They were in El Paso. They could go nowhere but down.
No, and they only had so many hours, really.
6 hours. Yep.
Yeah, which is crazy though. But I love that. I think some of the white supremacist characters are a little too kooky.
Are they though?
But they felt like Batman villains.
Enough.
But like, that's how white supremacists are. They're basically just Batman villains, man.
They really are. But honestly, I like this movie a lot, and I think that I feel like people are like, oh, it's too much like on the nose. Some of the like political commentary on it because it's clearly saying a message. But I was eating up the message, so I didn't care.
Look, but in the past, we've been really favorable to movies that are not. They don't hide their shit behind a thick veil. Okay, don't look up. Very thinly veiled. You know exactly what they're getting at. But like, some dumb motherfuckers really need that. They really need to be hit over the head with this shit to understand how ridiculous that thought process is, you know? So like, good. Hit them over the head, dumbass boys. I mean, look at the boys. The boys, they were too subtle in the first 2 seasons or whatever. And then they went extreme and they were like, hey man, are they talking about me? That ain't right. Like, I'm here for it. I love the hard, heavy, fucking over the head shit.
Because the thing I love the most was because it's a reference to MAGA. Like, they do the thing where it's like, oh, we're doing this for like the founding fathers, like our political group. This is what they want. And then who is actually stopping them? Because if some shit like that happens, the government is still gonna like they're not gonna let just anarchy happen.
Right.
Like, and so these people are literally fighting against the government that they're fighting for. And it's just like, you dumbasses, you guys are all dying. Like,
I love when Caleb was like, bro, are you fucking dumb, man? Like, do you not understand how stupid you look? You're fighting for the dudes who are even richer than me. You think you're overthrowing the rich by taking me over? You got these other dudes. You're dumb as hell. And he just went, bah!
Yeah, because he was offended because he called him on his dumb shit.
Oh yeah,
and that's the thing, they're not understanding. They're eating up the message that they're sending that, oh, it's these Mexicans, these people of color, you know, they're taking our jobs. Like, we're gonna purge all these people
invading
out.
our border.
And then the purge is over. We're gonna get rid of all these people. But no, what happens is you're gonna look at one group. That's all that's gonna keep happening. Because then it's gonna turn into which white person is not white enough. And
we saw that. Go watch our Civil War review to find out what white on white violence looks like.
Yeah. You know, honestly, when I was watching this too, I was like, damn, what if Alex Garland did this like Purge movie or a Purge movie?
Alex Garland doing a Purge movie would just be, we see all the kills in Civil War, basically, not just the 3 of them.
Civil War, but just a little different. Yeah.
Just hardcore. Yeah. We see someone get split in half vertically. That'd be my shit. That's my favorite way. Go ahead.
That trap that she got in, I was like, how's this gonna work? And then like and then it flipped her over. I was like, holy shit.
It got real kinky real fast, I'm not gonna lie. It started flipping people, throwing them on the bed and shit. Yeah. But also that one was spoiled in the trailers. That one trap was all over the trailers. Well, yeah, because it's 3 years ago. We watched some of the best movies. We saw Anatomy of a Fall in the last 3 years. Okay, I'm glad you don't remember it,
good, dude. God bless that courtroom scene,
frame by frame, dude. I know that whole movie.
Yeah.
So you did name drop our boy Zahn McClarnon. Oh man, those consonants and vowels really fucked my mouth crazy. Up. He played Thiago Harjo. So good. It kind of sucks that he's the only native person in anything, but I'm glad he's getting parts. I love that for him.
He's
the same
also
6 people are getting the jobs.
Yeah.
He's also in Reservation Dogs.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, the thing though is like I feel like more people know him in that than anything. But like he was one of the guys kind of getting a few roles beforehand, and now it really is because if you watch Echo, there's like 6 people from Reservation Dogs in that series.
That's so fucked.
Like,
that's what I loved Echo that.
I really liked Echo too.
Yeah, but more native people need more fucking parts, man.
No, for sure. There's like 10. They're getting all the roles.
And we just need more native roles. Like, we just need more roles that naturally can have native people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Or written without ethnicity in mind.
And not just the stereotypical roles, too. We need, like, out-of-the-box stuff.
Hello, traveler. Mm-hmm. Yeah, none of that shit. Get that shit out of here. I want mine to be a tech genius and also have a fucking headdress on. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're taking it too far. Though.
No, bro, that'd be hot. He's all right, I'm getting in the mainframe and his shit's doing this.
Getting in the way of shit.
Yeah, he's doing the feathers out of his head.
Oh no.
Come on, not practical, dude.
It's not, but it's hot. That shit is hot, bro.
Got all the beads and some cool imagery.
It would be.
I saw an AI that put like if natives like in like real life, like not real life, I mean they're still alive,
doing like 9 to 5s.
Correct. Yeah. Like if obviously everything didn't happen, they were like the prominent society, but they were still wearing their headdresses and everything. Look kind of badass. Kind of cool.
I mean, that's like Afrofuturism, right? Where it's like, imagine if fucking Africa wasn't just besieged by all the other countries or whatever. Yeah. Imagine where they would be now. And it's like dope ass fucking dudes with big ass lips and they're fucking like just doing some hella tech shit or whatever with like 15 keyboards.
They'll have all the rings on their neck, but they're like practicing law. Yeah. It's crazy.
What could have been, dude?
Yeah.
What could have been? If Alex's people didn't do what they did?
Yeah.
Hey, you said it, not me, dude.
Not ours. That's what I'm saying.
Look, man, we're deprogramming to reprogram. You know what I'm saying? We're
disconnect to reconnect.
Honestly, what we're doing is unplugging her from the Matrix. Is what we're doing. Okay. We're getting her out.
She made some wild accusations in the group chat earlier today.
No, she knew. I'm not gonna talk about on the live the thing that she said that I was like, now we're gonna talk about this, okay? We're gonna walk through what's wrong about the sentence. She said nothing racist. It's not racist, but it's a little right leaning for sure.
It's a little concerning.
Tiny bit Republican.
Yeah.
She said something at the very end of the movie. There's a shot of America, and she said a thing, and I went, all right, you should never say that again, because the implications of what you just said is very bad.
We are amongst friends here.
But the zoom shot.
Yep. And
all
like
the city that looks so like 3D-ish.
No. Even further out, when it showed the entire United States, she made a comment, and I was like, now I understand what it's, the stuff that she learned even as a child is deep baked in there. You know what I mean?
It is, dude.
And so like the hate for urban areas is just there. And she lives in an urban environment. So like, I don't know why, but like she said the thing and I was like, let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. It's okay. And then we talked about it and she's like, that makes a lot of sense actually. I was like, I'm glad it did. But like it's cool that and she's receptive enough for me to like explain these like I mean I think like socioeconomic topics are really hard for most people to get, because if they don't live in it every day or they're not ingesting the information, they just don't get it, and she doesn't. She'll watch other shit that isn't about socioeconomics, people of all race, genders, and all the shit, right? So I walk her through it, and she's really receptive to it, which is nice. I could not imagine if she wasn't. If she was just like, I don't fucking care. Don't talk to me about this shit.
I don't get your culture, dude.
And
we should be separate.
Keep it separate. Keep it separate, stupid.
But equal.
Yeah, separate. And I don't even know about the last part.
To an extent.
It depends on how many horses you can tame in a month.
Yeah.
Then you can keep it equal.
My monthly horse taming.
All right. I'm taking a look just for the sake of having it on the record. At the time of reviewing, it's got a 49% on the tomato meter with 160 reviews, 78 on the popcorn meter with 1,000 plus verified ratings. Letterboxd has it as a 2.3 out of 5 with 89,000 ratings. So pretty strong 2.3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open up a thing. Vamp, dead air.
You said this was your favorite Purge, Simon?
I think so. I think so. Like, I really do.
I kind of like the second one, though. The second one goes kind of hard.
First one, great premise, underdeveloped. Second one expands it, which is kind of cool. The first Purge, like it's kind of cool because it's like, oh, it's telling you what happened, but it doesn't have enough. Like it just.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but there is some cool concepts in that one as well, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
That like, I mean, that one too, not thinly veiled at all. Their political leanings are very out there in the open, and it makes sense. They do a little conspiracy theory shit. It's cool. I don't know, some fucking
James
liberal.
DeMonaco.
Yeah, James DeMonaco. But yeah, I do. I think this is my favorite one, especially too because honestly, it's because the leads are Hispanic and they're the heroes of the story. So like, I may be biased, but I don't care.
And we just don't get that much, dude.
So what's good about this too, though, it was Blumhouse though, so this was made for $18 million. Ooh. It made $77 million, so it like made money. And then on digital, it made $3.5 million as well.
Damn.
So like it did well, and I think that's why they continued. They were going to do another one because this movie did well enough.
But they're never going to have brown people as the lead ever again.
No, I would actually. I didn't look at the numbers. I wonder how the other ones did because
they had to have outperformed this one because it was 2021. Yeah. You know, COVID was still fresh in everybody's mind. Yeah. You know, this I kind of got. I would say it got hurt by the COVID numbers, anyways.
I wonder what this would have done if it came out this year.
It'd done
like around this time,
dude. It would have done fucking gangbusters, bro.
It's too close to home, dude.
Yeah, it's too close though. It is, and that's why I like it.
But Civil War did gangbusters, and that's even further. That's even closer to home. I'd argue.
That's past the point.
Yeah. So
like literally, you could tell me this happens, and then the after effect is like Civil War, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, makes sense."
It might. We gotta talk to Alex Garland. If you're not gonna be a fucking coward and actually show up to the show, step up, brother. We got some questions.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna try a new format here, and I think it's gonna really help to make short form content about our reviews where we can post all three of ours. So I want you guys to give me a rating, and then in succinct as much as you can, tell me why it deserves that rating. Okay? Do you guys get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I can do it first if you guys would like.
No, I understand the prompt.
Yeah.
Well, Eric's like...
Yeah, no, I understand it. I'm trying to think of,
what to say.
The reasoning.
Yeah.
All right, James, you're confident, so I want to see you go first.
All right. Now I'm nervous.
I got it. I'll go first. All right, so... I came into the movie not knowing if I was really going to love it. James really hyped it up. I think the characters are fantastic. They're strong brown leads, which I will always love a movie that does that. While I was watching it, I was giving it a little bit lower of a score because of some of the visual effects. But in the end, the story played out exactly as I wanted to, and the brown people got helped by the native people, and that really ranked it up. So I'm going to have to give this movie a 7.5 out of 10.
That's strong.
I'm also in the same boat where I was like, oh no, Jaime might be hyping it up too much. That being said, though, there was a lot of bits throughout that I liked. So like, just the backstory of like she's saving like the woman from the cartel, just that, and then like the flip on its head at the end where it's like now the white people are the immigrants. I thought that was excellent. Like twist. I don't know what to call it, but. For me, it has to be a solid 7 out of 10.
All right. So for me, like this is my favorite Purge. I think the fact that they like let people of Hispanic descent, or specifically Mexicans, be the lead, and then not shy away from it. Like they went into it. They allowed the story to be told through the perspective of like, hey. Yeah, like these people are idiots. They're thinking this purge stuff is good, but the government themselves thinks they're idiots. Like, and it's showing you, and then it forced the government to have to go against the very same people that they were supposedly supporting and like going against. And then the fact that in the end it is Mexicans and natives being the heroes, and then going to Mexico to be like, hey, this is a better country because you guys screwed the pooch in your own place. I just loved it. I was like, that's what you guys get. Like, I loved it.
I need a rating.
Yeah, I thought I started with the rating.
I love that James was the most confident and fumbled the bag the hardest at the end there.
Lead the pause. It's funny.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to. All right. everybody, that means that the Forever Purge gets a sooner or later average score of 7.5 out of 10. And that means that I'm going to thank you for tuning in on twitch.tv/sooner or later TV or youtube.com/sooner or later TV or tiktok.com/sooner or later TV for our review of the Forever Purge. Continue listening and watching and showing support on all social media. Continue watching all of Streams Giving, which this is the 11th day of 11th or 12th. I can't remember. 12th, I think. 12th day of Streams Giving, where I'm streaming every day for 2 hours every day. And if you are in America, go ahead and on the 5th, go ahead and exercise your right to vote. And I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but vote for Harris.
I mean, based on his movie, it should tell you, like, in the perspective of his movie, who he wants you to vote for.
Yeah. But since you're all idiots, I'm going to beat you over the head with it. Don't be an idiot. Go vote for Harris. Until next time.
Harris Walls.
Nah, come on. You know Walls ain't going to do nothing but make dad jokes and just break ties.
Hey, that's what we need, dude.
That is all we need. Until the next time, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.